Are you ready for a wild ride that could transform a generation? According to a renowned economic expert, Jim Rickards, we're on the brink of a massive economic dip that will shake the very foundations of our society. With each passing day, the anxiety and uncertainty only grow as we wonder how this dip will impact our jobs, finances, and future. So buckle up, because this is going to be a bumpy ride. We all know the world economy is in quite precarious position. The global economy faces multiple challenges that could lead to a massive economic dip. Jim Rickards, the American financial expert, believes that the upcoming economic dip will be transformative and will change the way the world works. So how is that? Let's see. If you're not familiar with Jim Rickards, he's a financial expert, author, and speaker. He's worked on Wall Street for over 35 years as a lawyer, investment banker, and risk manager. He's the author of several best-selling books, including Currency Wars and The Death of Money, and is a regular commentator on financial and economic issues. This man is known for his contrarian views and ability to identify long-term economic and financial market trends. The economic dip that Jim Rickards is referring to is the ongoing recession that has been going on for some time now. According to Rickards, this recession is different from the previous ones and will be transformative. The reason behind this is the current state of the global economy, which is unstable and vulnerable to external shocks. One of the primary factors that contribute to the current state of the global economy is the accumulation of debt. Most countries have been borrowing money to fund their economic activities, and this has resulted in a significant debt burden. The debt burden has made the economy vulnerable to external shocks, such as trade wars, natural disasters, and pandemics. Now, according to Rickards, the global economy is facing a debt crisis that will lead to a new economic downturn. He argues that the levels of debt in the global economy are simply too high and that they cannot be sustained in the long term. There are several reasons why Rickards believes that debt is the primary cause of the coming economic dip. First, he points out that debt has been increasing at an alarming rate in recent years. Global debt has now reached over $250 billion, which is more than 3 times the size of the global economy. This level of debt is simply unsustainable, according to Rickards. He argues that there is no way that the global economy can continue growing while carrying such a heavy debt burden. In fact, he believes that the debt crisis will eventually lead to a global recession that could last for several years. Another reason why he believes the debt is a primary cause of the coming economic dip is that it has led to dangerous levels of economic inequality. He argues that the benefits of economic growth have been skewed towards the wealthy, while the majority of people have seen little or no improvement in their standard of living. The economic inequality has created social and political instability, which could further undermine the global economy. Rickards believes that this could lead to a period of prolonged economic decline, similar to the Great Depression of the 1930s. To handle this, Rickards also says some preventative measures, but only up to an extent. There are several steps that can be taken to mitigate the risks associated with excessive debt. The first step is to reduce government spending and balance budgets. Governments can only increase taxes or cut spending to reduce debt levels. Additionally, central banks can raise interest rates to discourage excessive borrowing and reduce the risk of asset bubbles. Individuals and corporations can also take steps to reduce debt levels. This can include paying off credit card debt, reducing mortgage debt, and avoiding high-interest loans. Businesses can also reduce debt by reducing expenses, increasing revenue, and negotiating better payment terms with suppliers. Another way to mitigate the risks of excessive debt is to diversify investments. Diversification can help reduce the risk of losses in the event of financial crisis. Investors can also consider investing in safe haven assets like gold or other precious metals. Now, what does this mean for investors and the broader economy? Well, this question has been around for a long time. Now, the economic dip that Jim Rickards is predicting will be transformative in nature. According to him, the recession will be the catalyst for the transformation of the global economy. This transformation will be characterized by a shift from the current economic model to a new one. You see, the coming economic dip will have significant implication for investors and the broader economy. Rickards believe that it will lead to a period of heightened volatility in financial markets as investors try to adjust to the new economic reality. He also believes that it will create opportunities for investors who are able to identify the trends that will emerge from the downturn. For example, he believes that investments in gold and other safe haven assets will be particularly attractive in the coming years. However, the coming economic dip will also pose significant risks for the broader economy. It could lead to a period of prolonged economic decline, which could have serious social and political implications. The new economic model that Rickards predicts will be more decentralized and less reliant on traditional financial institutions. He believes that the current financial institutions are not equipped to deal with the challenges of the new economic model. The new economic model will be based on blockchain technology, which is more secure and decentralized. This new model will enable individuals and businesses to transfer money directly without the need for intermediaries such as banks. In this way, the new economic model will be less reliant on traditional financial institutions and more democratic, allowing everyone to participate in the financial system. Rickards argues that this new model will be based on a digital currency that will be backed by gold rather than fiat currency. This will make the new currency more stable and less susceptible to inflation or other economic shocks. Additionally, the use of a blockchain technology will make transactions more secure and less vulnerable to fraud, further strengthening the new economic model. Now, what would we see when it comes first? So basically, the consequences of Rickards' predictions are significant, with the potential to change the world's economic landscape in profound ways. For starters, the new economic model will make it easier for individuals and businesses to conduct financial transactions without having to go through banks or other intermediaries. This will lead to a more democratic financial system where everyone can participate equally. Additionally, the use of blockchain technology will make financial transactions more secure and less vulnerable to fraud. This will make the new economic model more resilient and less susceptible to external factors, such as cyber attacks or pandemics. However, the new economic model also has its drawbacks, which may cause anxiety for some people. For example, using digital currency backed by gold may lead to fluctuations in currency value, which could be difficult to predict or manage. Additionally, the decentralized nature of the new economic model may make it harder to regulate or oversee, leading to potential abuses or criminal activity. Anyway, this is quite promising, but at the same time, it's quite scary. In the end, Jim Rickards' prediction about the future of the world's economy are both exciting and anxiety-arousing. The new economic model he envisions, based on blockchain technology and a digital currency backed by gold, can revolutionize the world's financial system, making it more democratic and secure. However, the new economic model also has its drawbacks, which may cause anxiety for some people. Nevertheless, it is clear that the world's economy is in the midst of a significant transformation, which is sure to have far-reaching consequences for individuals and businesses. After going through all of this stuff, we cannot help but feel the weight of his predictions. He says the impending economic dip will be transformative. But what does that mean for us? Will our jobs be secure? Will our savings be safe? The uncertainty is suffocating, and the fear is evident. But fear is not the end. It's a call to action. It's an opportunity to prepare, adapt, to innovate. The future may be uncertain, but we can choose to face it head on. We can take control of our finances, invest wisely, and build a secure foundation for ourselves and our families. So, let Jim Rickards' words be a wake-up call. Let us take action to become more informed, more proactive, and more resilient, and not succumb to anxiety, but rise above it and transform ourselves in the face of adversity. The time to act is now. Will you join us? Do drop what you guys think in the comment section below, and stay tuned for more info.